Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Tiger Logistics India Limited Q4 and FY23 earnings conference call hosted by RIG Capital. We have with us today from the management, Mr. Harpreet Singh Malhotra, Chief Managing Director of Tiger Logistics India Limited. As a reminder, all participants' lines will be in a listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star and 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note this conference is being recorded. Before we proceed with this call, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind everyone about the disclaimer related to this conference call. Today's discussion may be forward-looking in nature based on management's current beliefs and expectations. It must be viewed in conjunction with the risk that our business faces that could cause our future results, performance, or achievements to differ significantly from what may be expressed or implied by such forward-looking statements. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Harpreet Singh Malhotra, sir, for his opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Hello, good afternoon to everybody. I'm very happy to welcome everybody on this call today. And, it's our privilege, to talk to everybody, to discuss about what's happening in the business and, what are the future prospects and everything. So, great to have all of you here. I'm sure with some of them, we must have, been on a call earlier as well. So, what kind of business we are into. So Tiger Logistics, as you know, is purely into international freight forwarding and logistics activities. So just to give you a little brief about what's happening in the logistics industry overall, globally. So globally, yes, last, I would say 2 quarters have been, a little challenging, especially due to the global political scenario happening around the world. And we see now, the demand as such is little sluggish. Most of the big customers across the globe had already, they have their warehouses full. So I won't say that it's a recession kind of a situation, but yes, due to inflation, the overall consumption has taken a hit. And that's showing, in the order of take of all these big buyers across the globe. But the silver lining for us is that India is being looked upon as China plus one in a big way. Most of the big customers across the globe, whether it is in apparels, ready-made garments, or home furnishings, or auto, or yarns and textile and food grains and commodities, all of them are looking at India as as an alternate supplier base, when you compare it with China. So that's a big silver line which all of us are seeing. Most of the customers with whom we deal with have seen a major upspurt in the number of queries, business queries which are getting, and also the conversions which they are getting. So that's a very positive sign, both in terms for the global business scenario, and especially keeping India per se in context that yes, the supplies from India, are on a upswing, and of course in coming quarters this is going to grow, to good numbers. Overall, I would say some of the other factors which are, which have been very challenging for the global supply chain has been the availability of exchange, foreign exchange, with the developing nations, and also to some extent to the developed nations as well. So we see that in the Indian subcontinent, in the developing nations of like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and other various countries who were, buying big way from India, those supplies have taken a hit in terms of overall non-availability of exchange. Other areas which are where the global supply chain is having challenges is in the South America region, where South America and Africa region, where again the exchange availability is becoming a big problem. We see that easing out. Of course, last 6 months have been very, very, taxing for all these countries, but we see that easing out, and Indian government also lending a big help to the Indian exporters, where they're talking of, receiving the payments in Indian rupees, which is going to be a big game changer for the exporters in India. We especially see that happening in Indian subcontinent and also in the Gulf region. So overall, the talks of FTA with various other countries is also going to help India exporters in a big way, and subsequently it is going to help our company as well. Coming to the Indian logistics industry, last 2 years we've all seen a major big upspurt in the volume in the overall business revenue. We can say it that the challenges which everybody faced in the logistics industry due to shortages in the containers and challenges in the containers was a big, it helped some of the businesses, as well as it also disrupted some of the businesses. So more or less, things are coming back to normal, which is a good change, which is a good thing happening. We are now moving towards pre-COVID level. Rather, in certain trade lanes, we have already moved to pre-COVID levels, which is a good thing, overall for the business, because you cannot have all the time a bull run, in your business. It is the most favorable situation is that that stability should be there. So we see that happening, and it is a very positive, welcoming move which is there. In terms of overall growth, as far as the volume is concerned, we see that Tiger Logistics as a company entering into newer trade lanes, newer businesses, which is a very positive sign again. We see that though in the revenue terms we were highest last year, but we see that this year we've seen a 10% growth in the overall volume. This is especially in terms of newer markets which we have managed to enter, which we have managed to build in. And if you look at overall quarter to quarter, yes, the last quarter and this quarter, there's I'm proud to say that there was a big jump of close to 52% in the volumes. So overall, we are seeing that business. This is a sign that business scenario is stabilizing as far as the global supply chain is concerned. This also signifies that people globally are looking at India as a reliable source of supply. So, which is a very, very positive positive sign for the Indian logistics industry, and especially for us, because overall in business, 100% of our business is on the in the international market. So we feel that in coming quarters we are going to see a major business happening for us. Now, coming back to the quarterly performance, what we've done. So last few quarters we've seen good growth in terms of volume. Yes, surely, because the rates getting stabilized. As you know that we work in the cost plus model. So overall, because of normalization in the freight rates, the overall turnover has got stabilized. So if you compare it in terms of last year to this year, yes, in numbers we will see a downward overall in the turnover, but that is primarily because the freight levels have come down to the pre-COVID level. So we are very happy about what we've done in the last quarter and the whole year, because overall what we see is that overall the company's position and overall growth which we're seeing has improved quite a lot. As I mentioned, that the volumes though have in spite of the global challenges in last 2 quarters, the volumes have grown by close to 10%. If you look at even the GP, if you compare it percentage to percentage, from last year to this year has grown by 2%. And of course, profit before tax is also, up by 1.25%. And moreover, what I am most happiest about is the trade receivables, because in spite of business getting back to normal, we've been able to maintain the trade receivables to the same levels as close to 40 days. And of course, our creditors have also reduced from 44 crores to 19 crores. So this signifies a major financial hygiene which we introduced in last 2 years, especially at the start of 2020, which, of course, we have to take some tough decisions in terms of how to, what kind of business to do, and to say no to businesses, and to say, temporarily there was a downfall in the volumes as well. But I think that has worked in our favor. I think that has helped us in creating a better financial hygiene in the for ourselves. Our interest cost is bare minimum. We are, we've kind of paid off, like there are no working capital usage, happening in the organization. We feel that, today we are sitting at a good cash reserve of close to, I would say, 57 crores. These are all cash earnings which we've made. But of course, we have to make a proper use of this. But yes, we are waiting for the right opportunity. But we are happy to say that we are in a very comfortable position as far as the financial condition of the organization is concerned, because this helps us in taking, some growth measures. I would say, we've been talking of the digital platform. I take pride in saying that we've had a soft launch of our digital platform, which is called Freight Jar. We had a soft launch of this product on 14th of April, that is the Baisakhi day. We had a soft launch of this, and it has been accepted. It is being accepted by the trade very, very well. I must take pride in saying that people are looking at it in a very, very positive way. So just in a layman's language, this is going to be the MMT, make my trip of logistics industry, where you can actually book your shipment online. You can find real-time freight rates. Suppose you have a shipment moving from India to maybe Germany, you can actually look at the business, the freight rates online. So we see that this is going to be again a game changer and a very disruptive overall model for the organization, and it will act like a big sales vertical for us. So it will give us access to a lot of small and medium enterprises which we could not access, otherwise. We would have been required to keep a big sales force, but with this platform, we can access to smaller exporters or importers in areas where we don't have any access, and moreover in a very transparent manner. So we feel that in coming quarters we are seeing a lot of traction coming from this digital platform. Another thing which I've been talking about it in a lot of my calls earlier is how to grow inorganically. So we feel that on the inorganic sector, in the inorganic way, we are looking at some kind of acquisitions where we are closing into some LCL companies, and I think in coming weeks we should be able to share some positive news with our investors, and so I'll share more details on that later. But yes, we are working in the right direction, and we are good at that. So these two things which we feel will be a future growth engine for us, and of course deep selling in the auto sector, creating that diversity in the government sector, where we are pitching in for a lot of exports and imports activities in the government sector. So we feel that definitely it will continue to derive growth for us. So we feel that coming quarters, though it's going to be challenging for overall global industry, but we feel that we are on the right track and we are in time. We are doing things in time to kind of take care of these challenges and take these challenges head on. And quite rightly, we are really ready with what we've been projecting. So we feel that overall things are looking bright, and I thank everybody for having that trust and faith in us, and I can assure you that things are only getting better each day. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in, and I'm ready to take any questions or any kind of queries or anything if anybody has. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on your touchtone phone now. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask a question, please press star 1 on your touchtone phone now. Take our first question from the line of Varsha Mehta from Value Growth Advisors. Please go ahead. Varsha Mehta, your line is unmuted. Please go and ask your question. Varsha Mehta, your line has been unmuted. If you have muted yourself, please unmute yourself on your device and ask your question. Ms. Varsha Mehta, we are unable to hear you. If you can hear, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Ms. Varsha Mehta, if you are unable to, I will do one thing. I'll disconnect. You may dial back again, ma'am. Anyone who wishes to ask a question at this time, press star and 1 on your touchtone phone now. We take a next question from the line of Abhijit Vagmare, an investor. Please go ahead.
We have seen growth in volumes quarter on quarter and yearly on year. How do you see this going forward?
Yeah. Hi, Abhijit. Thanks for your question. So I think that, as I mentioned, that the situation is very conducive for people to, increase their buying from India, and that's being reflected in our numbers as well. We also feel that, that confidence of people in Indian businesses is increasing day by day. So I think this is going to continue, and we feel that with our, initiatives of whatever we are doing in terms of, launching new products and increasing our accessibility to the market, I think this is going to continue, and it will only get better.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone phone now. We take the next question from the line of Varsha Mehta from Value Growth Advisors. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations, sir, on great volumes this quarter in despite of very challenging situation. So my question would be around we have been a cash-rich company after FY21. So how are we looking forward to utilize this cash?
Yeah, thanks, Varsha. So, as that we are an asset-light company and we want to remain asset-light. And so we are looking to utilize this cash, firstly, in terms of increasing our present business where, where we feel that a lot of money would be needed towards the working capital. Secondly, we are looking at inorganic growth in terms of acquiring companies in the LCL space. So as far as Tiger Logistics is concerned, we are a company in the full container load, but there is another segment of our business which is called LCL, which caters to small and medium logistics companies. So basically, it is freight consolidation. So we are looking at looking at acquisition in that area, and I think we would be utilizing some portion of cash there as well. And of course, on the new products which we have introduced, so we feel that something will be utilized there as well. But we want to feel good about sitting on cash, honestly, because that gives you a lot of confidence, to get into new markets and to get into new businesses. But surely, we are not planning any capex. We are not planning any big assets. We are not planning any ICDs or CFS. No asset building, nothing. We want to keep the model same. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. So that's it.
Oh, thank you, sir. So one more question from my side. We have recently launched Freight Jar. So if you can highlight what benefit and opportunity as Tiger Logistics will have going forward.
Yeah. So Freight Jar, Varsha, is a product of Tiger Logistics. It is a digital platform of Tiger Logistics where people can access rates, book shipments digitally. So the whole platform is digitized, where you can book shipments, go online, see the freights if you like it, upload your documents, book the shipments, and everything moves digitally. So with this, we can have access to smaller markets which we were not able to access it earlier. So we see it as a big sales vertical for us. So we feel that this is going to be a good growth engine, part of our growth story. This is This is going to be one of the growth engines for us. So it's going to be good for us.
Oh, so if I take this one more question. So looking at the freight rates, so where do you see this freight is stabilizing?
So, Varsha, now we are seeing in last 1.5 months, the freight slide has stopped, So now that slide has stopped. Now we are seeing it going up, every month. So we feel that slide which was happening, that free fall has stopped, So once that free fall has stopped, we are in a good position, to say that yes, in next few quarters, maybe 1 or 2 quarters, we will be, at good levels, But surely the last year levels is going to take a year or so. But that slide, that free fall which was happening has stopped.
So, thank you so much, sir, and all the best.
Thank you, Varsha. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask any question at this time, please press star followed by 1 on your touchtone phone now. A reminder to participants, if you wish to ask a question, please press star followed by 1 on your touchtone phone now. We take a next question from the line of Rajesh Agarwal from Money Aura. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Please go ahead, sir.
Sir, in spite of the freight being passed through, why our profitability has come down? Volumes have gone up by 50%.
Yeah. So what happens is that, overall in a very bullish business, in a very bullish business scenario, you don't face much competition. But when the rates are so low, falling it's a free fall, you feel a lot of people who are sitting on the edge coming into the businesses, So they try to spoil the game. So when the freight rates were 10,000 at the 10,000 per container, there were hardly any players who could enter the business, and the resources were scarce. But what happens when the rates are falling? There are a lot of people who are sitting on the edge get a chance to get into those business, and they spoil the business. So we have to be very, very proactive in our approach that we work. We have to ensure that we continue with the business. It is not that the client is married to me. If he gets a lower rate, he will just jump and grab that opportunity. So we don't want that to happen. And that's what. So there are cases where we have to ensure that the business continues, even if we are able to work at a lower margins, lower freight rate. So that's what these challenging time do to us. But yes, we continue to maintain the business, and the same thing we do because we get a chance to get into the other businesses, and that's the reason there is an increase in the business volumes also.
But the competition may continue further. Now, suppose the freight rate stabilizes or it is at the same level, and it stops
Yeah.
falling, then the competition will still continue. Then how do we
Yeah,
improve our margins?
But if the 100%, but I am maintaining my business, no? So over a period of time, when the client is with me, then I have a chance to, when the rate goes up and I have a better buying, then I have a chance to increase my profitability in that.
Okay. So is your volume increased or the industry volume has increased?
No, this is
volumes.
Sorry, this is Tiger Logistics volume. Industry volume.
I got it. Your volumes have gone up by 52%. Is overall the industry volume has increased, or Tiger Logistics only volume has increased, or you have taken market share from somebody?
No. Firstly, two things have happened. We are replacing somebody. So our volumes, we have added new vertical, new trade in our kitty. But overall, also there has been a slight improvement in the business industry-wise also.
Okay. And so you feel sooner or later the margins will come back?
100% they have to.
They have to in 6 months' time?
Yeah. 6 months' time, we feel maybe 2 quarters, the business is going to be, back to what we were earlier. And please also understand that, we are adding new sales verticals in the overall business. So they will also, start contributing in next 6 months, which they have already started, on a smaller scale. But in 6 months' time, those guns, those engines will also start firing.
Okay, understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Anyone who wishes to ask a question at this time may press star and 1 on your touchtone phone now. Participants who wishes to ask a question may press star 1. As there are no further questions from the participants, that concludes today's conference call. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. So on behalf of Tiger Logistics India Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.